signs of the Crusade's recent presence can be seen on the road to Dragonspear Castle, but the Shining Lady's actual servants are rarely encountered. The few Crusaders you spy in the distance invariably retreat at the first opportunity. As the march wears on, fatigue grips your company, tempers flare within the caravan. Your reputation as the hero of Baldur's Gate protects you from petty squabbles and angry outbursts. Or perhaps, after what happened on Boroskir Bridge, there is another reason few are willing to cross you. These thoughts are put aside when you see the banners of Waterdeep, Daggerford, and the Flaming Fist at the edge of the Coalition siege camp. Dragonspear Castle is near, and so is Caelar's day of reckoning.
Why does he still refuse me? How can he deny the righteousness of our cause?
We speak of a child of Baal.
And yet the Ballspawn is the hero of Baldur's Gate, and by all accounts saved the Sword Coast from ruin during the Iron Crisis.
You cannot ask me to show mercy to this abomination, not after what happened to my brother.
For the good of the Crusade, you must. We cannot take the Ballspawn's life.
Forgive me, my lady. I do not know if I can do that.
You can. I have faith in you, Ashatil. For us, forgiveness must prevail over revenge.
Yes?
Captain Corwin, good to see you.
And you, Marshal Netterlock.
And this must be the so-called hero of Baldur's Gate I've heard so much about. I'm afraid you'll not find a warm reception here. Word of what happened at Boroskir Bridge is getting around. Many, too many, see you as Sarevok's heir apparent. If anyone gives you trouble, report it to me. I'll take care of it. Go get settled in now. When you're ready, come see me and the other commanders at the large tent south of here.
We'll do that. Thank you, sir.
Done and done. What now? Of course. Yeah.
For Waterdeep.
Where to now? Yes, done.
Still we wait.
Done. What now, I wonder? Where to now? A simple task.
We're few, but fierce.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Done and done.
I have many fine wares. An army marches on its stomach.
What a simple
I have
task.
many fine wares.
Where to now? A simple task. Yes, a simple task.
I need a swig of some strong dwarf. I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
What done and do where to now? A simple task.
What a bunch of pathetic babies! I've never seen a worse lot in my entire career!
You're the hero of Baldur's Gate. Why not? Come talk to me when you finish drilling them and we'll see how you did. Dismissed.
Yes. Done and done.
You are welcome here.
Yes?
What now, I wonder? A simple task.
You are welcome in our sight.
The fair folk rarely have time for small talk.
You are welcome here.
This young man seems more intelligent than most. Allow me to look at thine aura, soldier. I see much potential in thy abilities. Perhaps thou shouldst train with magic instead of steel.
Oh, it's a fine day for meeting new friends.
You want to stab at the enemy's torso. A natural instinct, I understand it, but it's not as effective as it could be, and I'm guessing it's hard on the arms, right? Nah, fight smarter, not harder. I say aim for the kneecaps.
You are welcome in our sight. What a bunch of pathetic babies! I've never seen a worse lot in my entire career!
Incredible. I didn't think it was possible to whip that ragtag unit into shape, but you've done it. These louts might actually have my back in battle thanks to you. Here, take this. I don't need it, and you might.
Where to now? Of course, yeah.
You?
Yes. Done and done.
An army marches on its stomach.
What? Sword first! The fair folk rarely have time for small talk.
What now? Done and done.
We're more than mercenaries.
Where to now? Yes, of course, yeah. What now, I wonder? Done and done.
You are welcome in my sight.
Did you need something, young one? Consulting on tactical movements and troop deployments. I've been retired for years, but my mind's still sharp. You're the one everyone's talking about. The hero of Baldur's Gate. You've seen many battles. What do you think of war? Why don't you talk to some of the people in the camp? Find out why they're here, what they're fighting for. Then come tell me if you've learned anything.
What a bunch of pathetic babies! Battle needs to be fought. I'm a soldier. What more is there to it?
Why we fight is as important as how we fight. Sometimes, it is even more important.
You know what commanders do? They move wooden soldiers around on maps. Vigilance? We talk to the troops. We secure provisions and monitor morale. We keep soldiers alive.
Troubled times are upon us. Troubled times are upon us.
I've traveled with a lot of great people in the past, more than you might believe. But this is the best team ever.
Of course, yeah.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
Yes. What now? I want. Of course. Yeah. Where to now? Of course.
You are more than welcome in my sight.
Help me.
Whoa! The man's hotter than a fire mephit's libido! We need to bring the heat down! I know a couple herbs that will do the trick. I'll get started on a poultice right away.
Help me. Help me.
Cloak Shadow's cowl, you are in bad shape, aren't you? Why would that be? Oh, yes. Yes, I see. I think her location is making her worse. She's in the center of the group, more exposed to the afflicted than the others.
Forest rats do this too, when the pain is too much to bear. Look at his eyes. Minsk knows nothing of sickness, but he knows this man is ready to bash in a few heads. Watch out! Trouble?
Time to end you. I'll recover. Ha! My aim is true.
Yes, of course. Yeah. What now, I wonder? A simple task.
Help me.
You have my greetings, faithful one.
I once helped a town suffering a similar plight with a blackthorn bark brew. If we can find one in the forest, I might be able to do it again.
Ah, the sun smiles on thee.
Where to now? A simple task. Yes, done and done.
What are ye looking at?
What now? A simple task.
You gutless worm, what gives you the right to tell me what to do with my men?
You mean your 50 men? Why, my 350 men, of course.
A tenth of Daggerford's population, Delancey. 1 in 10. That's what I've brought to this effort.
And it is appreciated. But Baldur's Gate, and especially Waterdeep, have provided the majority of troops here. I'll not risk them needlessly. And who, pray tell, are you?
General Hayther Stonehand, Torson Cedric Delancey, allow me to present the hero of Baldur's Gate.
Oh, aye. So what was that business on Boroskyr Bridge about? You know how many of our people worship Lathander, Tempest? And you burn the dead lord of bloody murder Baal symbol into the ground where he died. Great, that's sure to boost morale.
Hayther, please, show a little decorum. The reinforcements you've brought are a welcome and much-needed asset. Your presence is problematic. Many are disturbed by tales of Boroskyr Bridge. It would be best if you were away from the camp for a time. As it happens, there's a matter that requires attention a ways from here. Word has gotten round that Caelar's forces are receiving supplies via caverns beneath Dragonspear Castle. We have a rough idea where the entrance is, beyond Dead Man's Pass, as the locals like to call it.
That's assuming the information we have is accurate. Torture usually gets you answers, but it doesn't always get you the truth.
I'd stoop lower than that if it meant saving the life of a single soldier under my command.
We have reason to believe Caelar Argent's top advisor, a priest named Heffernan, is quartered in Dragonspear's basement. We know very little of Heffernan, other than he apparently has Caelar's ear.
We do know that a series of caverns runs beneath the castle. We believe Caelar is channeling supplies through the tunnels rather than attempting to break our perimeter. So there is a way into the castle from below.
That is what needs doing. Will you do it?
Just so we're clear, our resources are limited, and our focus must be on containing the castle. If you should get into trouble outside this camp, you'll be on your own. We simply don't have the personnel for a rescue party, no matter how valuable the person captured may be. Before you leave, there's a tent near the camp entrance that belongs to a dwarf named Fossey Dugdeep. Go see her. She's been working on something you might find useful as you explore the underground river beneath Dragonspear.
We'll do that. Thank you, sir.
We're done and done.
Under normal circumstances, I would never say this, but I could use some help. In the last couple of days, I dipped my fingers into a few pockets. One held a bag of junk and this notebook. It contains details of the camp defenses, commander names, and bits of conversation. Only a spy would make these kind of notes. We have a traitor in our midst. That's the problem. While I was working, I wasn't paying attention to faces. It could have come from a few different people. There was the notebook, of course. A potion, a candle, and this sheet of paper covered in runes of some sort. Robbed is such a loaded term. I prefer to think of it as easing friends' physical burden. As to the question, they were all soldiers, I think. There was the notebook, of course. Do I look like an alchemist to you? It might be a healing potion, but it's in a weird bottle. Maybe the traitor purchased it in camp. Robbed is such a low... There was the notebook, of course. It's not your average tallow stick. Gold leaf is pressed into the side, and it's quite heavy.
Let me take a look at that. Ah, yes, I recognize this. These candles are used during prayers by priests of Tempest. Actually, I've seen this exact candle before. A soldier named Cole tried to sell it to me. He seemed to think I was some sort of thief, if you could believe that.
There's nothing else special about it. Maybe a priest could tell us more. There was the notebook, of course. A potion, a candle, and this sheet of paper. It looks like the page was torn out of a book. I can make no sense of the runes. All I know is it came from someone's pocket. Don't let me down.
Yes. Done and done.
How may I be of service? Little. She's said to be an inspiring leader. Many flock to her cause and serve her fiercely. Some claim her the daughter of a god. Others believe she possesses a divine heritage but generations removed. An Asimar. Her closest advisor is a priest who calls himself the revered brother Heffernan.
The people of the Sword Coast are, by and large, good and gods-fearing sorts. How can it be that Caelar turns them from the truth?
Yeah?
What now? Of course, yeah. Where to now? Done and
good to see you. Hold a minute. I know you're... You know the daughter of Grand Duke Silvershield journeyed with the Flaming Fist from Baldur's Gate, yes? Do you know where I might find her? If you see her, tell her to seek me out, please. It was one thing to torment her on the journey here, but if she were killed or fell into enemy hands, Duke Silvershield would be displeased.
Yes, of course, yeah. What now, I wonder? Done and done. Where to? A simple task. Yes. Of course, yeah.
We're few, but fierce.
What now? Done and done.
Good to see you. We have a spy among us? Do you know who?
Where to now? Of course, yeah.
We're few, but fierce.
Yes, of course.
Soon we march.
Cousin Pritchard! I knew he'd be around here somewhere. Making friends again by the sounds of it. Where can we find him?
I feel comfortable in thy presence, monk. Thou hast a serenity about thee that pleases me.
I am glad to hear it. But my heart is not so peaceful as it may seem. There are days, many days, I yet find trying.
The worthy will ever strive to better themselves, but if I understand thy story correctly, thou art to be commended for how far thou hast come in life.
I thank you for the compliment. Would that I could see in myself what you see in me.
We're few, but fierce.
We'll show the crusade, right? We'll show the crusade, right?
Your acquaintance I am glad to have made.
What now? I want... Of course. Where to now? A simple task.
What is it?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
You don't know that, and even if you did, it's not your decision to make. Just let it go, Pritchard. Like it or not, we aren't the ones who get to make the call.
Pritchard! Cousin, it's me, Glint!
Glint? What are you doing here?
Mom's been worried about the family. She sent me out to make sure everything's all right. Is it? Are you all right? Let's not talk of that, cousin. How is Aunt Welsie? And Uncle Morisk?
We've been discussing important strategic matters. What do you want?
Well, look who we have here. The hero of Baldur's Gate deigns to walk among us. Aren't you supposed to be spelunking in Caelar's caverns? Now that you mention it, I do have a bug in my boot about something. I've heard rumors of a thieves' guild forming in camp. Small at the moment. I'd like to make it smaller still. You always get some leeches in camps, but this one's had more than its share. Some of my men say they've been asked to steal from dead soldiers and pawn their scavengings through a black market. I won't have that sort of business going on here. You're new here, so the guild probably hasn't gotten to you yet. You may be a black-hearted villain, but people see you're here to help. Can you take care of this? Start with a merchant named Wiseob. I've heard she'd sell the coppers right off your granny's dead eyes. Well, don't go announcing your mission to the whole camp. Keep it under your hood, eh? Now, get moving.
What now? Of course. Yeah. Where to now? Of course, yeah. Yes, a simple
I need to speak with you about my cousin. I was wondering if you could perhaps beat him to within an inch of his life. You may not have noticed this, but Pritchard, well, he can be a bit of a handful. He's difficult enough under normal circumstances. Give him any kind of power and, well, it goes straight to his head. If he stays in this camp, I guarantee you he's going to rub someone the wrong way. Probably several someones. They're going to kill him. Kill him repeatedly if history's anything to judge by. Exactly. You don't know Pritchard the way I do. There's only one way to get any message through that thick skull of his. Words alone just won't do it. Thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
What now, I wonder? A simple task. Of course, yeah.
Soon to go back to the grotto, I am. I miss the tunnels of home.
We've been discussing important strategic matters. What do you want?
This group shows promise. Extraordinary.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Seriously? Seriously.
Yes.
We're making some seriously bad calls.
Mercy, please.
That's enough.
Clint? Cousin? What's going on? I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Pritchard. You've got to leave the camp. Go back to Daggerford. Mom would never forgive me if I let you die, Pritchard. You've got to get out of here. You're a good man, Pritchard. Don't become a good dead man.
Oh, all right. I'll go. Here, take this dagger. It was Father's. He used it during the last 2 Dragonspear wars. It's only fitting a gardener's son fighting this one wield it now. Goodbye, cousin. Farewell.
Ah, that's a wonderful sentiment, Pritchard. I mean, I'm cleric, so I won't be able to actually wield it in the strictest sense of the word, but I'll carry it. As a gardener's son, proudly I'll carry it. No, I do like it. I love it. I'll treasure it always.
What now, I wonder? Of course.
Yes, sword first.
Of course.
We're few, but fierce. Soon we march.
The underground seems safer by far, and gems to find are welcome too.
Yes, done and what? Of course, yeah. Well, it's done and done.
You want? Let's talk more fight!
Day for whatever you're after.
Yes, a simple what now? Of course, yeah. Where to now? Done and done.
Oh! Who goes there? Sorry. A little drink yesterday evening turned into a lot of drinks early this morning. I'm not in the best shape right now. Aye, but I don't want to waste your time with my sorrows. I know you're an important person. This is gonna sound so... hells. It's me lucky charm. A pebble from Mithril Hall. I lost it somewhere on the March air. I've had the most terrible luck since I realized it was gone. I lost at cards. Spilled a full mug of ale in my beard. Probably dying bottle now, the way things are going. It's just so... Wait. The other thing that went wrong is I got a hole in one of me boots. My patron god is Marthamer Dooin. His symbol is a boot with a mace against it. Maybe if I get some fancy new boots, my luck will change back. I'm telling you, this'll do it. I just need some good leather, and then maybe that quartermaster Bellagarm will order some made for me. Could you help me? I heard a bear's been sighted around Dead Man's Pass, but I can't leave my post. Bring the bear's hide to Bellagarm and get me some new boots. I know you're an important person with lots of things to do, but if you manage this, you'll have a loyal friend forever.
Yes, of course, yeah.
And you're certain it's stable?
What now, I wonder? A simple task.
Thank the gods.
Steady on, Corporal. What's the...
It's Ski Silvershield. She's left the camp. She was last seen heading towards Dragonspear Castle. Alone. Bring her back safely. If the Crusade takes his daughter, Entar Silvershield will have all of our heads.
Ah, glad you came. This is Fosse Dugdeep. Fosse, tell them about the potion of explosion barrel. When you're inside the caverns, consult this amulet each time you come to an intersection. It will guide you to the best placement for the barrel. Now, Fosse, would you please excuse us? The explosives are just one strategy I've formulated to undermine our enemy. I've another that you might help with. These flasks contain poison, taken from a priestess of Talona we captured and interrogated. Her evil works can now be turned to the greater good. We know Dragonspear is being supplied via the caverns you'll be visiting shortly, if all goes as planned. If you put a few drops of this in the enemy food supplies and water, we would have an edge when we finally confront the Shining Lady. Damn it! Your reticence this day is going to kill people, good men and women. I will do everything in my power to see an end to Caelar Argent. You, it seems, will not. The blood of those who fall to the crusade is on your hands. Begone! The sight of you disgusts me. I'll look upon you no more.
Where to now? Done and done.
Soon we shall all be together upon Evermeet.
Yes. A simple task. What now, I wonder? A simple task.
Did you need something, young one? How... where did you get this? Answer me. That is from a code book used to translate military ciphers. You shouldn't be seeing it. Return it at once. Very well. I will believe you. Do not make me regret it. I loaned that book to one of Netherlock's lieutenants, a man named Malden Call.
Where to now?
Did you need something, young one?
What a bunch of pathetic babies! I've never seen a worse lot in my entire career!
Me timber's
bad enough. Your chattering's starting to wear on me nerves.
Where to now? Of course. Yeah. Yes. A simple task. What? Done and done.
My God protects me and watches us all.
What are you still doing here? Make yourself useful. Go take care of the caverns neath Dragonspear. Intelligence collection is a continuing effort. We know she is an Argent, and that her family was held in great esteem within the Order of the Aster. It took some digging, but we've learned Caelar was raised at one of the Aster's compounds. Holy warriors whose lives are pledged in service to Lathander, the Morning Lord. She no longer has any association with the Order. As far as we can determine, there was an incident of some sort. Caelar was little more than a child at the time, but her name was struck from the Order's records, and she was cast out. Few seem to know what happened, and those who do are spread out across Faerun, beyond our reach in any practical sense. We believe it's significant that an uncle of hers, On Argent, vanishes from the official record around the same time Caelar was cast out. Unlike his niece, the Order holds On in the highest regard. I suspect it involves her advisor, the so-called revered brother Heffernan. As you are already aware, we know little of him. Well, think nothing of it. It's not like I have a siege to run or anything. Now go. The sooner you get out of camp, the happier I'll be. What are you still doing here? Make yourself useful. Go to Charming. I suppose I should expect no better from a representative of Baldur's Gate, a city of pirates and other criminal scum. Go, get out of here. Do your damn job.
A simple task.
Good to see you. We have a spy among us? Do you know who? Malden Call. I knew him well. Or I thought I did. We have to tighten our security. No one can be trusted anymore, not even our own forces.
Ah, It has been too long
Yes,
since
Don.
Minsk journeyed with such a fine companion.
What now? Of course. Yeah.
Thy called,
I've traveled with a lot of great people in the past.
course.
More than you might believe. But this is the best team
look
ever.
who we have here. The hero of Baldur's Gate deigns to walk among us. Aren't you supposed to... Nederlock's good people. Won't say a word against him. Delancey? Oh, that's another story. He's a coward. I hate to say it, but there it is. We should have taken Dragonspear when we first arrived. Red Blood and Caelar was out in the High Moor then doing gods know what. The castle would have fallen faster than a house of cards. Well, he's had us twiddling our thumbs for weeks. First, he wants to thoroughly reconnoitre the castle. Then, wait for further troops. Then, the hero of Baldur's Gate has to be here before we can do anything. Now, he wants to hold till you finish your business in the caverns. As you say, I'll leave you to your business then. Watch your back. Well, look who we have here. The hero of Baldur's Gate deigns to walk among us. That's the way to get things done. Tell me, what did their faces look like when you kicked their rumps all the way through Dead Man's Pass? Not the perfect outcome, but a decent one. I'm grateful for your help, and the gratitude of a dwarf lasts longer than the mountains. Now, what's the price we agreed on? 300 gold, was it? You're not half bad, you know that? I'll admit, the militia can use every coin we can hoard. Daggerford hasn't got the coffers to match Waterdeep's. Here you are, hero. Now, get moving. We've got a war to win. Well, Nederlock's good people. Won't say a word against him. Delancey? Oof, that's another story. He's a coward. I hate to say it, but there it is. Well, he's had us twiddling our thumbs for a week. As you say, I'll leave you to your business then.
Yes, a simple
Watch your
task.
back.
What now, I wonder?
Yes?
Where to? Of course. Yeah.
You there! You look moneyed and in dire need of Wilhelmina's miracle turnip juice.
Yes.
A team like this can't be beat.
What?
Done.
Let's talk more fight!
What now? Done.
Hey,
And
found anything
done.
else on my list yet? Getting pretty sick of Adoy running around in my head. Anything else on the list?
Yes?
I shall.
Where to now? Of course. Yeah.